Hey guys, it's Charge back here with another video. Today I'm showing you guys my new water deck that I've been working on for the game, and we're doing a water deck now, which is pretty sick. Background is a drawing I made for the game. This is the water deck. It's a jet water type because it's a water deck. So blues. I didn't do the art for this yet because I want this art to be really good. He's like the main, not the main character, but like the main character for this deck. Like he's like the main dude for the deck, right? And I want the art to be really good, so I haven't finished the art for this yet. So I got to do that later. He's a 5/2, which is pretty basic, not too strong, not too weak, and he has the effect Bubble Barrage. Once during your turn, do 1 damage for every set card on your, oh no, every set card in your special zone. So the set cards like your back row, like think of like Yu-Gi-Oh, and the max amount of cards you can have in your back row is 4. So you can do up to 4 damage depending on how many cards you have in your background, which could be nice because water, they really like their special cards, they really like their back row, and they really like their interaction. They're like a control deck for the most part. They're basically just control. They like doing all that stuff, you know. Then we got Ko, water type. He's a 6/1, so pretty bulky. And he has the effect of barrier. When this card's guard would be broken, discard one of your set cards instead. So you can set cards, and usually like what happens if you attack a card that's guarded, the guard mode will break, and then your next attack will do damage, right? With Ko's effect, you just pop one of your set cards, boom, goes to discard pile, and then his guard mode stays after that attack, so you have to attack him again. And if he has four set cards on field, you just can't attack him for that turn because he'll just pop all of those set cards, and you can only have 4 cards in your fighter zone. That means you can only have 4 attacks unless you have a multi-hitting card. So yeah, you only have 4 attacks. So you could have a full field and not be able to touch Ko if they have a full back row, which isn't hard to do if they just draw Ko and 4 other special cards in their starting hand. So like he's kind of good boss at the same time. You're still popping your cards, so you're losing cards, and they do like their special cards. So like it's cool, but it isn't as powerful as you think it is. But it does basically mean that he's kind of untouchable during the early parts of the game where you have a lot of resources, so you don't mind discarding stuff. Later on in the game, he isn't as good because you're not going to want to pop as many things as you want to in the early game. Then we have Murray, 4/3, and her effect is Mur Voice. Discard one of your set cards. If you do, stun all enemy fighters. If you don't know what stun does, stun means that fighter can't use its effect until the end of the owner's next turn. So whoever owns the card, or whoever controls it. So when you stun something, it's basically like a negate, but it's like a non-temporary negate. And it's usually a thunder thing. It's usually something that you would like see in like the thunder deck. But I was like, you know what? They should have it because they're kind of control, so they should have a way to like negate stuff also. So yeah, that's cool. It's a nice little negate, but obviously you have to pop one in their set cards again. So like it isn't completely free, but it stuns the whole field, which is pretty good. She's pretty good, and you could technically play her in a Thunder deck because she stuns, which is kind of what you want to do in Thunder. So she can be played in Thunder, which is kind of funny. It's kind of weird, but yeah, she's a good card there. Allows you to disable the opponent. Then moving on to the special cards in the water deck, which are a couple. We got Bubble Blast. If you have a water type on your field, do 2 damage and draw a card. If that card is a special card, do extra 2 damage, which is really nice. So it isn't a free 4 damage, but because you're playing water, there's like a pretty high chance that card that you draw is a special card. And also it lets you get for your cards because you have a lot of special cards. There's some games where you don't get any of your fighter cards. You get like 1 or 2 fighter cards, and you just have to work with them. So getting this like 1 draw just to get your top deck out of the way, get more cards, dig into your deck a little bit faster. It's nice. It's a little nice like little draw. Isn't like the strongest card in the game, but it's nice. It's nice. It's pretty nice. It's neat, and it's really sick when it gets a kill. That's the cool thing about it. It's not like complete luck, but it is a little luck. It's a little like risk, but it's fun. This is one of the best cards in the game. I found out from playtesting. This is Bubble Block. Switch a water type to guard mode and search your deck for a special card and set it in your special zone. So usually what a block does is that you can switch your card to guard mode. You can do that during your turn, boom, or you could have your card in fire mode and then your opponent tries to attack it, switch into guard mode, that just wasted attack, right? And then you're back into attack mode. Or you can just be in guard mode, end your turn, your opponent breaks your guard mode. Then you use Bubble Block, you get another guard mode, so you get 2 guard modes that turn. That's another thing you can do. But the really cool thing about Bubble Block is that you can search your card. It means search your deck for a special card. get it into your hand. Then you get to set it down. So that means you get to immediately use the special card that you set. So you could block something, grab your Bubble Blast, set it down, and then when they try to attack again, use Bubble Blast, and then you could kill whatever they're trying to attack with, and you survive that turn. Or you could search for another block, and then you get 2 blocks off of that. That's ridiculous. So it helps you set up. It can be you can go more defensive with it by getting another defense card to help you survive, or you can do it to set up for your next turn. Also, it's a searcher that also protects your cards, which is it's just a good card. Like, no wonder Ko is aura farming in this art, man. He's aura farming, man. Ko is like straight aura farming. In his original art, he's okay, but in this art, he is aura farming. The aura coming off of this art is insane. That's at least how I feel, man. It's like, dang, I clicked on this art by accident. I wasn't even trying to make him aura farm. He just was aura farming naturally, man. I don't know how to explain it. Next special card is Dispel, which is just a generic. This is a generic, but water would probably run it. It's stop a special card, then discard the top card of your deck. So it isn't like, it's not fun, but it's balanced. You just stop a special card. Your opponent trying to do something, you stop it. But it's like kind of high risk because you discard the top card of your deck, and that's like the worst way you want to discard a card, because you don't know what that card could be. That card could be your boss. It could have been Bubble Block, man. Anyway, as we all know, Bubble Block is the absolute GOAT. It's a GOAT. Bubble Block is the GOAT, man. You don't want to discard this. But yeah, it could be anything, and that's like kind of the bad part about it. But like, sometimes you just gotta dispel something. Like, sometimes your opponent's about to blow up the board, and you just need to stop that. So yeah, it's a good generic. It isn't broken, but it does what it needs to do, and allows you to negate some your opponent's special cards. There isn't a whole lot of that in this game, weirdly, but there's just a lot of ways that you can counter it other than just being like, stop it. So I said it's kind of boring. Where like, there's other ways you can counter your opponent's special cards. Like with Bubble Block, you can switch something into guard mode, then search for a card that specifically counters their card, which is a little bit more interesting, you know? It's, yeah. Anyway, then the last special card, Dead Calm Water, which is a reference to something. Comment down below if you know what this is a reference to, but it's a reference to one of my favorite shows. Anyway, Dead Calm Water, special card. When a water type's mode changes, all cards can't attack for this turn, and 2 damage to all enemy fighters, which is pretty cool. So what this allows you to do is that, let's just make a scenario real quick. Let's like put up a scenario real quick. You got Jet right here. You don't want Jet to die, right? You don't want this dude to die. You like Jet, right? But you got a block set. You use the block. Boom, he's in guard mode. You protect him for 1 hit. Then you search for Dead Calm Water. Boom. Oh wait, does that work? I'm sorry, that doesn't work. Okay, I don't know what I'm on right now. It doesn't work. But let's say you have Dead Calm Water set already. You can do a block, right? Protect you. And then your mode changed, right? So that means you can do Dead Calm Water on top of that. Nobody can attack for the rest of that turn. So you just protect yourself completely. And you do 2 damage to them. Then you can search for a Bubble Blast. And then do 2 damage, or potentially 4 damage. So that could be 6 damage on one of their cards. And that's like a 3-card combo. Not really, because you're going to have a fighter. You can do it with any fighter. So it's like, what is this? It's like really a 2-card combo, because you just need 2 of these guys. And that combos that one together. It's broken. It's broken. It's insane, man. That's so broken. And then you got Aqua Storm Jet, War type, 8-3. So he's pretty bulky. This dude doesn't die that quickly. Whereas the other bosses were like this. Like the Thunder boss is a 7, and the Fire boss was a 5. This dude's pretty bulky. Now, he doesn't do a lot of damage, but it isn't like, he isn't weak though. 3 is still nice. Then he has the effect Storm Reverse. Once during your turn, discard as many set cards as you want. Do 1 damage for every discarded card. So you could pop one of your cards, you could pop one of their cards, and then you could do 1 damage for it. So it's back row destruction and basically fighter card destruction in one, because you're doing damage to them and you're removing their cards. And also you don't have to rely on them to set their cards, because if they see this, they're probably not going to set it. You could just use this to pop your own cards anyway. So you're still doing some big damage. And then also on top of that, you can attack with 3. And then on top of that, you're not dying. So you can just go in guard mode. You can still also just do damage and then be in guard mode. So this dude kind of wins games for the most part. It depends on the game state. But if you can get him out early, he just wins the game because you're gonna have a lot of resources. That means you're gonna have a lot of set cards, and it means your opponent's probably gonna have a lot of set cards. You're not gonna be expecting this dude, and then you just kind of win off this dude. This dude's pretty good. He isn't broken because it does only 1 damage per card. So like you do have to you have to discard quite a bit to do like killing damage, but he just kind of stalls you, and eventually you're gonna die anyway. He's gonna eventually kill you. That's the thing with him. He's gonna slowly but surely kill you that turn. But yeah, that was the water deck. This is only part 1, because as you see, water is not complete. It's only like they only have a couple cards. How many cards do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, they only have 8 cards right now. So they do need more. But I haven't finished the deck yet. So next video I'm gonna show the rest of the water deck. But yeah, that was the water deck. It's pretty sick, right? I'm gonna have to have the goat on the thumbnail. This dude, the goat, he needs to be on the thumbnail, man. This dude's ridiculous. He's insane. This right here, god tier car. But like the plays you can make with this dude it's stupid, man. And when I add more special, like the special cards I have planned to add for water, make this dude even more ridiculous. So just stay tuned, bro. The combos, water's combo game, not even combo game, just synergies. Cause like they don't need to have like combos. Like you need 2 cards together. Synergy is just that, oh, you just happen to have these cards and they work really well together. You don't need to be together. Like that's water. Their synergies are broken, man. They're broken. They're really good. They're slow, but they're good. Once they get going, it's kind of GG's. Once they get their searching and their combos and all that, and they just stop you from doing damage. Yeah, it's kind of GG's. But yeah, good video. Charge out.